Hey everybody, this is JDGaming back with another duel video showcasing the Traptrix deck. So link to that is in the description box down below. You can go check out how the deck was, I guess, conceived and how I decided to put certain cards in there over others, what have you. We're gonna go play against President Trump here. We're gonna own Trump here. We get to go first, so thank you very much, Trump. Let's see, we are going to summon Myrmilio. That is our best first turn play because these are not good proactive cards, to be completely honest. We're going to pluck that Treacherous straight from the deck. And the reason I like this is Breakthrough skill, you can banish straight from the grave anyway. And Treacherous is a quick +1 if I snag his monster with one of these, or a +2 if I just kill his monsters. Or I guess, yeah, +2 in this case because the card itself is free off of Myrmilio. So I think I'm going to do that. Oh, we're playing against Kaiju. Maybe Great Old Kaiju? I don't know. We'll have to see. MST. Ooh, he neutralized the Treacherous, but as soon as he summons a monster, as long as it's not a Great Old onto my side, I should be able to snag him with that Treacherous. If not, I mean, I don't expect to die. If he kills this, I die Anea. We have a lot of good plays left. Trade-in. So he is playing, well, he's obviously playing at least a couple of Greydles, not Greydles, keep saying Greydles, sorry about that, Kaijus, because he is playing that. Oh, what the heck is this? Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Oh, this is one of those new cards. Oh, awesome. Garmacio has a pretty good effect with Kaiju counters, but I should be able to stop that with Breakthrough skill. So we're standing at the ready to hold that A button and make sure we can go and respond to him if he does. I'm actually not familiar with this complete effect. 4200 attack. Yikes. No effect can be activated right now. Oh, because Breakthrough skill can't be played because it was sent to the grave this turn. Silly me. I'm not sure what these back row are, to be completely honest. Which is a pain. I honestly feel like my best plan of action at the moment is to completely ignore his back row. Well, not completely ignore. I'm going to kill one of them with Myrmilio, and then I'm just going to steal his monster. So this thing will try to let him banish a card unless I break through him. And although normally I wouldn't want to use Breakthrough skill because he didn't... Oh, he gets to use it multiple times in a chain. Dang, that's good. Well, we're going to at least get rid of him. And I don't know if his effects resolve. Looks like they don't. Awesome. So at least we got rid of a 4200 attack monstrosity, right? Not the best scenario, but I think considering neither of us have monsters, we're a pretty even playing field, so long as one of his cards isn't like called out. What the heck is that? Card of Demise. Okay, so yeah, a lot of beta cards in here that aren't in here for some reason. If he does not kill me this turn, I highly question that MST. Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, the fact that he's Card of Demise means he was going to lose him anyway, but still, it's just ridiculous to me. Like, why didn't he just set his MST? I don't know. Dianea is not... oh, I guess Dianea is a good play still because the Vermilion never left the grave, so we're going to go do that. Unfortunately, I can't kill that friggin' water tower. I learned from experience trying to crash into it before. We killed another one of his interrupted Kaiju Slumbers, which is awesome, because now we don't have to worry about that. None of these things will protect me from a Kaiju. It may behoove me to just kill him as fast as I can, in which case Samurai is the best. At the same time, I want to poke and see maybe if he has back row that he wants to play. Nope. Basically, if I lose one monster to his Kaiju summon, I don't want it to be an Xyz monster. So I'm just going to not do that. Oh, so Kaiju Slumber is another effect. Okay, so add a Kaiju from your deck to your hand, and you decide to add the Mad Flame. Dogron. Let's see here. He gets to fetch the evil-looking one. I'm really not sure what this guy is supposed to be because, like, all these kaijus are supposed to be based on, well, kaijus. They're big Japanese monstrosity versions of animals or other creatures. For instance, you have like the Godzilla guy, you have like the giant sea turtle, the giant moth is like Mothra, you know, things like that. This is a pretty fun strategy here, so let's see. I have a breakthrough skill. This deck is able to reuse the trap hole cards by means of this. So, Blown Fire Blossom obviously lets you fetch any plant. This deck I don't want to burn through all of them. Well, yeah, if these are my only two options, I'm burning through all of them. Normally, I don't want to burn through all of them because I'll have more Dianeas, right? And Dianea is really cool because she has that special summon ability that lets you recycle a trap card, and Lone Fire triggers it. So we're actually just going to summon this, activate the effect. Again, normally I would keep the Lone Fires in the deck because I can have, you know, other cards that I could fetch out more Dianeas, the plant engine pieces, but with Spore as the only card in the deck, I'm much more likely to just draw Spore. Plus I have 1-for-1 that I want to use it on, so we're just going to leave it at that. Excuse me. And then if he plays another monster, well, I don't think he will because of Kaiju's, but should he try to use it, or just should he try to end his turn, should he try to attack, if he does anything, I'll just slay his monster, and I won't even be affected because he's whole. If he goes and plays another card over mine, I mean, he still loses 2 of his cards, and I feel like that's a worthwhile trade. So yeah, he can only control 1 Kaiju, right? I don't know what are the rulings on, I guess not the rulings, but the effect on. Wait, is there a reason I can't activate this? Oh, no, duh, I have other trap cards because I didn't activate my breakthrough skill. Silly, silly. Yeah, we're in a pickle because I forgot basic things about breakthrough skill. I keep forgetting you can't use breakthrough skill during your opponent's turn. That'd make it a little too good. But, nonetheless... So let's see here. I could bring out a Traptrix monster in an attempt to wipe his monster off the field and I guess get a free Treacherous off, which would potentially let me reuse it again, but that would cost me a breakthrough skill. So what's important? Breakthrough skill doesn't seem too horribly relevant right now, so I'm actually going to burn it. Then once I control a Traptrix monster with Instant Fusion reviving Norden, or summoning Norden for revival. Oh, Twin Twister, wow. Yeah, that works. I'll just revive something else. No biggie. Like the Myrmilia that still triggers and might scare him into action. Nope. Let's see here. I could steal his big monster. He still has a Dogran in his hand, right? So we're not going to want to have to... I mean, I can just... If he gives me a Dogran, that's fine, right? I think this is a better option than plucking it from the... sending it back to the deck. I can do 100 extra damage. And it pretty much just forces him to get rid of my monster like that, so... Let's see... Winning just by 300 points in terms of advantage. He does have 3 cards to my 3. He's going to cancel out one of mine. Oh, he didn't use Dogran. Okay, that's fine. This is a bit of a risk here. Summoning this won't win the game. But if I do summon it, I'll have a backup of him, so he's free. If I fail, though, if for some reason he plays this trap, then I could be in trouble because I'd have nothing but a glow-up ball. But that's not a situation I want to find myself in. We're just going to attack with this. Be safe. Next turn, I'll be able to utilize this and help me win the game, potentially. But because it wouldn't actually let me win sooner, I'm just not going to commit. And then if he decides to kill this, I could go drop this. Alright, so we defeated President Trump here. I'll be back with a quick recap, and then we can discuss some of the things that... Alright guys, so we're back here playing against pure Kaiju as we found. There are no Gradles, but there are a ton of cards that I didn't even know about. First play. So again, I mean, Myrmilia really was the best play. It was the only proactive option. Got me a free plus to kind of equalize the game. Of course, going first, I didn't draw that 6th card. I still personally do think Treacherous Trap Hole is a very nice pick to go first, because if you go Myrmilio, it's not going to die to your Treacherous, but you can still kill your opponent's guy. It's a free trap that I pulled that will be a +2 because you kill 2 of your guys for a card that didn't even have to get drawn, which is pretty sick. And if not, you know, you snag 1 monster as a +1, which is still pretty good. Again, Treacherous normally is a +1 in and of itself, but when you plus into the +1, it's +2. So That's the thing with that. I'm still not sure why he plays all these things. Okay, part of me wants to think the only reason he played that MST is to help protect his monster when he made this play, but mainly to get extra counters on here. So yes, in a typical strategy, blind MSTing like that is a big no-no. You lose a card for no reason. But here, when you're gaining advantage from it, you're loading resources onto your waterfront, you're clearing the path for something like this, it might be a little more... It might be a little less risky than normal, let's say. It has a better potential to pay off. Now, that said, if I had something like a warning here, I mean, he would have lost this, all these would have been dead, and then what would he have done, right? I guess he could have carded Demise, but that's really it. So, is it the best play? As a person who hasn't played Kaiju, I honestly think, based on just normal theory for this game, it's probably not ideal. But who knows, maybe Kaiju is a strategy where that's actually something that comes up a lot, and it's actually beneficial to be able to go and, you know, bring out your big guys safely and just have these waterfront tower, not tokens, but counters. There we go. That's the term I'm looking for. But of course, Gamasiel really is the best monster for this deck. If you don't know what it does, it, as I found out, endlessly per turn, has the ability to get rid of 2 of your Kaiju counters from anywhere on the field in order to banish your opponent's card that activates its effect. So I stumbled into it by using this Dionea, thought I could play Breakthrough Skill into it when I realized, oh, it's a chaining effect. Well, then, you know, you just chain right to the Breakthrough Skill. I will say this, from my experience, you generally are not going to be able to successfully deplete Waterfront of all of its counters. It's extremely difficult to do. In this case, I was able to, but I mean, look at all the cards I lost to do it. I had no follow-up play, right? The only reason it was semi-acceptable here is because it left him with nothing. But given the fact that I was unfamiliar with the strategy and that's why it happened, I really should have just spent an extra second reading. That's something that I can work on. Maybe it's something that you guys can work on too, but definitely make sure you do take that extra second to understand as much of the situation as you can, because, I mean, as you can see here, what I thought was a decent play and probably would have been against just a big boss monster with 4200 attack isn't the best play when it has another effect that throws something else into the equation. So something to keep in mind. Again, it doesn't excuse me, like the fact that I ended up winning does not excuse me from the fact that I made a mistake that could potentially have cost me the game, depending on how it went. But I'll take it with a grain of salt, move on, do it differently next time. Now, here's the thing with this. I thought Card of Demise made it so you couldn't set for the rest of the turn, but it looks like that's not the case. So I'm not sure why he didn't set that MST. Again, I mean, I know he has this thing on the board, but I personally just think maybe setting that MST would have been better. He would have been able to use it in a chainable way later anyway when he wanted to make a play. He saw I have a Myrmilio, so he can infer that I have other trap holes, right? He even saw the Treacherous with it, so I'm just wondering why he would have burned that MST. I don't know if counters really is his main objective here, but to each his own. So the Myrmilio play was really... The difference between the Myrmilio and a blind MST is that I am not losing something when I get that Myrmilio play. If I play MST, I'm down at MST. My opponent knows I have one fewer option to play, and I might not have hit what I want. Here, though, my Dionea was intending to bring back Myrmilio, potentially for an Xyz play that I eventually opted to pass on. But Myrmilio has a bonus effect, so that's the key difference there for people who might be wondering, well, why did you blind Myrmilio in the back row? It's because this case it was absolutely free. MSTing your opponent's card when you don't know it is not free. You lose MST, and that could be a critical option that you need later in the game. Let's see. Still think it's a good idea not consolidating into an Xyz monster that could have just been, you know, gotten rid of by one of those guys, because he ended up getting rid of my Dionea. The big mistake I made here was in my kind of monologue talking about, oh, Lone Fire Blossom's awesome, you can go summon Dionea and trigger things. I forgot that you have to get rid of Breakthrough Skill during your own turn, so note to self, don't forget that. Breakthrough Skill is amazing, but it only gets its double use during your turn, it's not extra broken. I thought that was pretty good. That was a good play there, getting rid of my Treacherous, because he knew what it was. unfortunately for him, he also had to deal with this. Let's see. He never played the Moon Mirror Shirt. That's a really cool card for battling. And I think that's intended to protect him from protect his Gamma CL, much like the Mage Power. Mage Power, of course, is a lot more aggressive. And then the fact that he plays Hidden Armory, my guess is for something. He never normal summons or special summons anyway, so I guess that's a legitimate play. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys right now. Let me know down in the comment section down below. Yeah, you can see all these games, definitely. Let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of this game versus President Trump. What you think of the deck profile and stuff as well. That should be in the description box down below. And then if there's anything differently, feel free to share. I feel like it's really educational for a lot of people to just discuss theory into this game, like, why you would do things, why you shouldn't do things, different factors to consider, because I can't bring everything to the table, obviously, so love to hear your comments down below. If you liked the video, please be sure to indicate that with a thumbs up. It helps me a great deal if you do. And this is JD Gaming. I'll see you guys next time.